quietly and follow along. At any point, click the pause button to catch up or take a break. Today we're going to be creating a giant eyeball. You need one piece of white paper, and for our large part of our eyeball we need one giant tracer. I am using a paper plate. You're going to hold that paper plate down in your page, and I try to get it to the edge of my paper to save paper, and I'm going to simply just trace around it, use this as a stencil. There we go. And now I'm going to take the next piece of paper and use a smaller circle as a tracer. This is our paint palette. Again, I'm going to put it closer to the edge, make it a little easier for me to cut and save paper. Trace around it with a pencil to get a nice even circle. Okay. Here I have two circles, one large, medium, and our last circle is going to be small, and I'm just using the other side of a cup, placing it and then tracing around. Next, we will need to cut it out and glue these on top of one another. All right, and now we're going to glue these pieces of paper together, but when you glue them together, I strongly suggest if you have any pencil lines, you face them down and flip it over so we don't see it. Now, where you place your eyeball is going to give it the direction. You can have your eye look like it's going off to one way, or you could have it straight on. I'm going to have this one slightly off. Same with your larger circle. This is where your iris is going to be. You're going to want to keep it on your circle, but you can have it off to one side if you wish. All right, now with your markers, we're going to begin moving to the inside out so that way our hands don't get full of marker. You're going to choose the color of the iris on your eye, okay? And make sure you have a white crayon because we want to make this look more real. So I'm going to add a little highlight, which is just a line. I'm going to make it nice and thick with my crayon. On one end, I'm going to go straight across and have it curve down. Okay, you can also add other shiny parts of your eye as well. There you go. For the iris, I'm going to add lines going out from the pupil all the way around the iris, and I'm starting with one color. You can have your iris be multicolors. You can have your eye super real, or you can have it like a character. Maybe it's purple or very red, like an evil eye. I am making lines. See how I'm just rotating using my non-dominant hand as I'm coloring, making this process go really, really fast. Now I'm doing a second lap all the way around, getting in between my lines. Try to stay on that second piece, your medium-sized piece of paper. Okay, I'm going to go in now with my second color, which is going to be blue, and I want my iris to have more blue towards the outside, because that, believe it or not, is how Miss Dykman's is. My eye is darker on the outside and it gets lighter green towards the inside. Now here for my main color, I'm not doing every single space in between my teal lines. I'm alternating so that gives my markers room to blend. With my third color, I'm going every other line, but I'm going just shorter from the pupil. All right, lastly, we're gonna use a red crayon and we're gonna make it look like it's super creepy. And this eye is gonna show some irritation veins or lines. They're gonna be kind of wavy, and again, rotating and doing some squiggles. You can connect them to make little Ys to make it look like veins, and leave some space, and you can have some closer together. Just like that. It's already looking really real. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a cup of water and a paintbrush, dip the paintbrush in the water, and we're going to start once again on the inside, and you're going to just wet your markers. Okay, and you're going to slowly blend the colors together. Again, keeping that same movement up and down, away from the iris and towards the iris. And then as you get to the outside, I'd like to do one line just to make it nice and crisp. You do not need a lot of water for this step. And again, I like to do it towards the bottom, just one line all the way around. You can see how my eye is looking really creepy real. There you go. Try not to get your pupil wet and the ball of your eye. And the way you paint your strokes is the way it's going to blend. Okay. Okay, next, please rinse out your paintbrush really well. You can do this by just stirring it around in your cup a few times. The marker juice does come out. Lastly, what we're going to do is same thing, but with the red. I'm going to go around my vein lines, just over them across this time, because we want to pull the marker juice away from that line. I'm going on each one around my eye. Whee! And we want to make our eye look more 3D, so we're just going to pull that paint a little further around the edges of your eye. Just one circle all the way around. And there is your giant irritated eyeball. Thanks for joining me today.